Hello everyone, I am Chase at Rocky Mountain ATVMC, giving you a closer look at the Kinetic mesh gear from Fly Racing. All right, so today we're giving you a closer look at the Kinetic mesh gear coming from Fly Racing. So Fly, these guys do a really good job of having a lot of different options in their gear lineup, but the Kinetic mesh, just like the name sounds, it is built around hot weather riding. So if that's what you're in the market for, or if you live in a hot climate and you want a set of gear that's gonna ventilate well, this would be a set of gear that I would tell you to consider. Now, before we dive in and talk about the features of the jersey, the glove, and the pant, let's talk about fitment real quick. So Ashton here is about 5'9", 160 pounds. He's wearing a size medium jersey and a 32 pant. So for Ashton, he says the gear for him fits spot on. Now Fly's gonna call this a standard fit, which means it's not too baggy, but not too tight. So I like it. I feel like it has a good athletic fit to it, but you still have plenty of room to work with. So if he wanted to, he could wear a roost guard underneath this jersey, and I don't feel like it's gonna feel too tight at that point. But remember, this is all an apparel item. The jersey, gloves, pants, boots for that matter, helmets, goggles, you name it, which means if you get an apparel item, you're not happy with the sizing or the fitment, we have our fit guarantees, which means we will give you free shipping both ways on your first exchange because we want to make sure you get the correct size. So with the jersey, let's talk about it first. So remember, standard fit, not too tight, not too loose. Now you're gonna notice all mesh construction here. So if you look at the front here, all fully mesh. If Ashton turns, faces the side, lifts up the arm for me, they have what they call their mesh tech, so it's even more porous mesh material, and that's gonna go from the wrist all the way down to the waistline to get as much air in there as possible. Face back to the front for me. And then lastly, I do wanna show up here around the neck, you've got this Lycra, which is a very soft, stretchy material, so just a bit of a creature comfort there. Now with the glove, so this is actually called the Pro Light glove. They don't make a Kinetic mesh glove, so just remember that. But with the Pro Light, it's a good combination with this setup because it's a very thin, lightweight glove, so it's also gonna breathe as well. Looking at the back of the hand, it's just a thin, stretchy material. Turn your hand over for me. So the palm of the glove is gonna be a Chlorino, which is a synthetic leather, so very durable, but also nice and thin, has a really good feel on the grips. You also can see that on your middle and index finger, you're gonna have silicone there as well, so a little extra grip for the throttle, or excuse me, for your brake, also for your clutch levers. Now, one last thing I do wanna point out with the glove, you're gonna have Velcro closure. You got a nice stretch gusset right here when you're getting the glove on. Now, one thing that I noticed, as well as Ashton, you can put that down, is with the glove and fitment, it's pretty tight to get the glove on initially. So just remember that it's gonna be a little bit snug getting it on, but what I do like about it is once you get the glove on, it has a nice snug fit. So in my opinion, even if the Velcro were to come undone while you're out riding, I don't feel like the glove's gonna start sliding and falling off because it has that nice snug fit. So that's the jersey, that is the glove. Now let's talk about the pant. All right, so now we got Ashton up on the stand, so let's talk about the pants. So remember the pant, Ashton says he's typically a size 32. That is what he is wearing, and he says the pants fit spot on. You are gonna have some adjustability with these. So if Ashton pivots for me, you've got this little Velcro strap right here, so he can use that to cinch the pant down. In the front, you've got a ratchet closure. You know, pretty standard, we see that with a lot of pants, but when Ashton undoes that ratchet for me, there's a cool feature on the inside here. So they call this a zipper lock, and all it is just a Velcro strap that loops around and goes over top the zipper. But the reason I like that is that worst case scenario, you're out riding, something happens to your ratchet closure. Well, you're not gonna be able to depend on your fly keeping your pants up, no pun intended. So having that zipper lock there is just nice to have because it's an insurance policy. If something were to happen, you're not gonna have to worry about your pants falling down. You can do that back up for me. So looking at the rest of the pant, you can see pretty much full mesh construction, but you're gonna get 840D in some high wear areas, and we'll show you that. But down the entire front of the pant, that's all that mesh tech. You can see it over top the knee going all the way into the boot. Now, if Ashton faces his knee out for me, so your leather knee panels, what I like about these, nice and thick, great durability. You've also got triple stitch Kevlar stitching all the way around. So in my opinion, Fly, these guys did not cut any corners when it comes to durability. Okay, put your knee back in. So with the rest of the pant, one thing I will call out is that the mesh material, that mesh tech, doesn't have any stretch to it. But you honestly wouldn't know that when you ride in the pant. They did a really good job of incorporating enough stretch panels in the right locations that the pant still feels very flexible. It gives good mobility, so it works with the rider on the bike. And I can say that because I have worn the gear and I've ridden in it, and I think they did a really good job with that construction. You can see those stretch panels. They come all the way around the crotch area, all the way down the leg, then they work their way across the knee panel here. If Ashton faces the side for me, you can see you've got those stretch panels coming all the way down the side to the top of the knee. Now face all the way back, Ashton. And then here in the back, you've got the yoke of the pant or the seat area. You can see you've got the stretch panel here over the top. And then again, all that mesh all the way down to the back of the knee, all the way into the boot, getting as much airflow as possible. And I did mention that on the pant, they do have 840 denier as well. And that's gonna be in those higher wear areas. So you're actually gonna see that here in the back of the pant. So obviously in the seat area, the inside of the legs, that's where you're gonna be contacting the bike the most. So they put that 840D there for durability. All right, Ashton, face back to the front. All right, so there it is. That is the Kinetic mesh pant. Again, very comfortable, lots of stretch bands will work with the rider, but the big story here is going to be with all the mesh construction, get as much airflow as possible. All right, so there it is. That is the Kinetic mesh gear coming from Fly Racing. Again, built for hot weather riding, so if that's what you're in the market for, this would be a set of gear that I would consider. A lot of cool colorways to choose from. To pick yours up, just click on the link at the end of this video. If you like this product spotlight, well, do not hesitate. Hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and that is going to keep you up to date on the latest gear guides, product reviews, and how-to videos that we're constantly rolling out. I am Chase. We'll see you on the trails.